Hi there, Vanessa here from A Home Teaching V, and today I'm really excited to share this project with you. I have made this graduation cap gift card holder so many times and it's so many different colors for little V. I definitely need to do something different this year for her. So on the previous video I showed you how to make the tassel, and this video we're going to really get into the card, the process of making the card. Just a few words before we start. You really do not need to have all the fancy, craft tools to make it. Just use your creativity if you don't have it, and it will just look great because it's made by you. For example, the stickers here, the stars, if you don't have, die cutting machine, you can go to the craft stores and get stickers. Any graduation theme related stickers will be great. You do not need to have a stamp, but if you do want to invest money in some, special dates, events or special dates or event stamps will be great. But you can handwrite with watercolor paper, watercolor paint. It would just work fine. Whatever you decide to do. Also, this part here, if you do not have the tools to use, you can use a craft knife to make a slot for the money and for the gift card. So just be creative. Now let's get to the card. You're gonna need one piece of black cardstock measuring 8 by 8 inches or 20.5 by 20.5 centimeters. It will be a square. You also need 2 pieces of white cardstock measuring 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches or 9.5 by 9.5 centimeters. This one I already prepared. I did some embossing here and left some room for writing a note. But let's get to it. Let's see how we're gonna make it. So we're gonna get our piece of cardstock measuring 8 by 8 inches. We're gonna fold in half. You always want to make sure that you have your edges lined up. So just take your time, make sure it's lined up. Because once you put on the table, sometimes you lose the lines. There, I think I got it. And then you slide your finger to the center and then to the folds, just like when working with origami paper. Then you get a bone folder just to mark the crease really well. And there we have our square folded in half. Now we're going to fold into another half, but in another direction. Again, line up, mark the centers. With the bone folder again, reinforce the crease. And now we have our square into 4 squares. To make the fun fold here, I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to get our square and fold into a triangle. Again, make sure your edges are lined up. That part is very important. And there we have it. Again, reinforced with the bone folder. And look at that. Now we're going to bring this fold to the inside. Look how I'm folding here. So it's going to open the way that I showed you before. We're going to reinforce all the creases now with the bone folder, because I want to try to make this card as flat as we can. And there we have it. cool, right? So now we're gonna punch a hole. We're gonna use a piercing tool to make a hole so we can attach the tassel to the card. Right there in the middle. You can measure or you can just eyeball the hole. And now the fun part begins, which is decorating the card. You can use the piercing tool also to help you to get the floss through the hole. It does take some time. Sometimes it takes a little effort to get that floss into the hole. I'm so grateful for video editing because it did take me a long time to get this floss through the hole. But you don't have to see that. So now we have it. The tassel is attached, and I really like the fact that it does. Now we're gonna add the brad. I'm using a heart one, but you can use any shape that you have. I highly recommend using a large size brad. It just looks better. And you can trim this piece of floss in there, so like I'm doing. It just looks better, cleaner. And there we have, friends, our graduation cap is coming together. Looking cool, right? So now we're gonna decorate the inside part. I do recommend that you decorate the white piece of cardstock, the 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 ahead of time. So, because if you get any mistakes, it will be easier to fix while it's still out than once it's glued into the card. Now to attach it, you can use any glue that you want. And I start with the outside, and then sometimes I put a little bit on the inside just to make sure it glues well. The liquid glue will actually give you a little bit more room to work with lining the white cardstock onto the black cardstock. On the part that you're gonna have the money of the gift card holder, you definitely just want to use on the outside part of the white cardstock, because you need to leave room so you can insert the cash or the gift card. And it's done. We're all done with our card. Looking cool, right? So the final measurement for the gift card holder is 4 by 4 inches or 10.2 by 10.2 centimeters. Hope you had fun, and thanks for watching.